Hi, I'm Al Bundy. We're here doing a special edition of Meet the Leaders at the New Jersey State Assembly in Trenton, New Jersey, talking to legislators about what's going on in Trenton. Our special edition of Meet the Leaders is brought to you by Altice USA. My guest now is BettyLou, and let me make sure I say that. DeCroce. Let me say that right. Tell me a little bit about your district.
District 26, I represent Morris County, Passaic County, and Essex County.
What parts of Essex do you have?
Verona, North Caldwell, West Caldwell, and Fairfield.
And certainly we all love Morris County.
Morris County and Passaic, I'm all the way up to West Milford.
Wow. You have quite a big district.
I do have a big district.
Listen, I want to just talk to you about a few things. One, we'll talk about the affordability of the state of New Jersey. How we make it more affordable? I know housing, property taxes, real problem. We're one of the highest in the nation. Any ideas?
Well, you heard a long sigh come out of me because that's a sigh that I'm hearing from my constituents in my district, but across the state of New Jersey is property taxes. Many things we could do, and I think we need to work a little bit harder on it, and that is we need to cut down on regulations and requirements. We need to join municipalities to work more together if they can with shared services.
Would you support regionalization or shared services for some cities or school districts?
Well, in certain regions of the state, regionalization can work. I did work at DCA prior to being a legislator, so did work on the Camden police, joining the police force with working with DCA. So there's many things that we can...
I think it's working in Princeton, didn't Princeton?
It is. Princeton was the merger of Princeton Borough to Princeton Township. I was around during that time. There was others that we tried to do, but some of the financial dynamics of the communities makes it impossible.
Very hard.
So, we have to look at it as if we want to do something like that, we need to promote it. And if we're going to promote to make changes like that, we have to subsidize in some way. We have to help.
So in other words, we give them some incentive dollars to make it work?
Well, maybe not just incentive dollars. We have the ability within our departments here in the state of New Jersey to provide the assistance to the municipalities to be able to come about with the needs that they need to make it happen at no cost to them. We did do things like that during the DCA days that I was there, and some of them were the revitalizations of their master plans.
Okay.
We had forces within the Department of Community Affairs Planning Department that we could send out and work with the town's planner and engineers to update that. There's things that need to happen.
That makes sense, by the way. That makes sense that you could help, the state could help do the planning for the two municipalities together, so it would save them money. You don't have to hire a consultant, and that makes sense. And then look out where they could have shared
Right,
service.
and look at the total number of employees we have in the state of New Jersey, all over, obviously from one tip to the other. And we have county government layered in there too that could be working with the state and the county, with the municipalities to supply what the people are already paying for.
Let's move forward. The park exam has been recently modified. There was a lot of pushback from parents. Certainly now we're not evaluating teachers quite as much with the new park regulations. Good idea? What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. I was not a supporter of the park tests. I was not a supporter of how the teachers were going to be evaluated. I think it's too much pressure. I felt that the process that was initially there was unfair. And we need there, too, to be more assistance to the schools and the teachers. And I still believe we have that here within our state departments to provide those services and help out.
Opioid crisis. Still, we haven't kind of figured this out. Very tough situation. And even though there's a lot of prescription drugs involved, there's also even street drugs involved with the opioid crisis. What ideas, suggestions you have to deal with this chronic problem?
Well, this may not be so popular with everybody, but, I am not a supporter of legalizing marijuana. I believe that is a gateway drug.
Which is another issue, and you're right. Many people think it's a gateway drug to harder drugs.
Yes, it is. It's a gateway drug, and I think that's poor on our part to promote that when we have the kind of crisis that we do with opiate drugs and with prescription drugs. I mean, we have a serious problem, and if any family feels that they are not, in harm's way of that, they're wrong, because everybody is. It doesn't matter where you work
true.
or what you do. I mean, we remember hearing in a state of the state one of Governor Christie's, very close to him, staffers within his office had an opiate problem and came before us and spoke. So, we can hit anybody anywhere. So by legalizing marijuana, we're only promoting that to be worse. So I'm not a supporter of that. I have never been a supporter of that. And I'm going to stand behind my decision on that issue.
Before we go, just one area you'd like to work on with Governor Murphy.
What area would I like to work on with Governor Murphy?
I know you may have many issues, but one.
Well, there are many issues, but I think we can work on many together, as long as we're all brought in as part of the process and part of the discussion. Give me one that you want to particularly. Property taxes.
Property taxes. Okay.
I mean, it is really I heard stories over this past weekend where, take for instance, in Sussex County, there was a home that was purchased many years back at $1.6 million, and now is on the market for $795,000 with property taxes of $44,000. How do we overcome that? So I don't think any just governor or the Senate or the Assembly on their own. I think it's going to take a concerted effort by all of us to work together to try to figure this out, because what you're going to see, based on what property taxes are more and more foreclosures because people cannot afford to make their payments.
And people need to realize we have one of the highest foreclosure rates in the nation. And
absolutely.
A lot of properties are going underwater.
And I think in that area we can do work. So I look forward to working with the governor on that particular issue. I can tell you I do have a bill drafted that I'm getting ready to drop, and I hope the governor will take a look at the foreclosure rate and what I'm proposing, because I think it's something, if we all work together, we can make these things happen on a bipartisan way.
BettyLou, and let me make sure I say that last name, DeCroce?
DeCroce.
Going a little better. Hey, we're here in New Jersey, capital, talking to state legislature about what's going on in Trenton. I want to thank our Assemblywoman for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy holidays, everyone.